Inside these four walls, we are building spaceships. In the life of building a spaceship, it could be small piece part components, bigger assemblies. We are building every level, composites, electrical, mechanical systems. That's all being done and assembled here. We've tackled small components for avionics systems. We've started assembling our second forward pressure bulkhead, which includes some mechanical system installations and structural pieces. We have installed our oxidizer tank into the Stargate fixture. We've been doing some refinement on the lower fuselage. We're installing systems and drilling holes for thousands of fasteners in our composite parts as we continue to progress our sub-assemblies.
Well, we'll tighten that down. That'll secure the drill bar in place. This is our first article, so we've learned a lot. Everything is incredibly precise. Everything fit just how it was supposed to. Our real world actually matched our digital thread, which was great. We've installed some mechanical systems. Right in this area, we have the main landing gear release. We've installed that on both sides. Meanwhile, we've been doing other work down on the bench with the wing skins, and then we can put them right back up again in a few minutes and continue working here. So that's what this tool allows us to do. We're able to move really efficiently through the shop. Just for the wing alone, we have over 3,500 holes to drill. Before, we bonded everything in our company for the spaceships. Now that we've matured this design, we're drilling and we're fastening everything on here. So we're using industry standard drilling practices now. These are just really efficient. They are quick, easy, simple to use. We've color-coded the drill bars and we've color-coded the instructions so you can match it up and everything will fit up and match perfectly. We want this to fly hundreds of times. We've invested in all of this so that we can fasten everything together. We can do standard aerospace inspections on here and then continue to fly on a regular basis.
My name is Joe Manzanares. I am the director of the manufacturing engineering team here at Virgin Galactic. I've been here 15 years. We work with the design engineers, we work with the build team. Designers really tell us the product that we want and how the spaceship should look at the end. And my team works with how we build it, how we put it together, how do we get there. Our main job here is to help the shop floor bridge that gap between design and changes and the build team. When these parts come to us from our suppliers, sometimes they're not always in the 100% finished state, and there's some modifications we have to do. When you build composite carbon fiber parts, we design for that and there's allowables for that. Safety is number one, and we hold that as our standard.
We currently have technicians working on our lower fuselage skin using a technique called scarfing.
This is very, very common. It's a normal standard process. The reason is this one has a little bit of excess resin in there that would interfere with the next assembly. So we're going to feather it out so we have a nice smooth transition there and it'll fit together at the next assembly.
There are safety measures that we have in place prior to any lift operations. Safety is at the forefront of our everyday life. We had a primary goal to get the oxidizer tank loaded into its assembly tool. We have a short brief prior to starting the operations to ensure that everybody understands what their role is in that operation. But essentially, we're all in coordination with one another as we're loading the tank into its assembly tool. Now that activity levels are starting to rise, parts are starting to flow in, the resources are needed on alternate shifts to be able to cover the amount of work that's coming into the site daily.
The team's been doing a really good job. I commend all of them. They've set this up and they really execute really well on a shift handover. Communication is everything to get right. So that's why we have those in-person communications.
Night shift will come in. We'll do our pass down where we'll meet with the other teams, we'll collect together, and we'll pass down that information that the day crew accomplished and then our work to continue throughout the night. Yeah, there's many different flavors of jobs that will get passed down. There will be the jobs that we continue working that the first shift began, and so that involves the pass down between technicians that are handing that job off to the new technician working that on nights for that clear, coherent, comprehensive handoff. And then there'll be jobs that will get fresh off the press where they'll be not started, and we'll begin those and finish them or hand them back off to day crew.
What we're currently assembling is an instrument panel. This gets installed into the flight deck. First thing we do, obviously, is go through the bill of materials, make sure we have all the parts available to us. From there, we review the assembly documents. make sure that everything makes sense to the technicians. So what we're doing currently is installing the switches into it, and we'll get those switches wired into a main connector assembly. From that point forward, goes installed into the spacecraft and built into the rest of the wiring system.
So we have a comprehensive build plan, and we use that build plan as a mechanism to monitor and pass down notes to each other and create a living record of the work accomplished and the work to be completed.
We've tailored the handoff to be more efficient, to set up the alternate shifts for success. I'm excited for the team, so I give them as much feedback and tribal knowledge that I have. The biggest joy out of all of this is teaching the new mechanics, the new technicians, this craft, this trade. I've been here 15 years. Do they have that aptitude and that willingness and that drive and hunger to want to learn this? Because if they have that, we can teach them.
What we're looking for in our technicians is expertise, integrity, and attention to detail, because all those things go into making a spaceship.
My kids know I built spaceships. My family knows I built spaceships. So it's just a very exciting program that I'm just super passionate about.
This is the Virgin Galactic Spaceship Factory, and this is how we build spaceships.